Hello, dear students. Welcome to today's session with you today, Ms. Wafa Hassoub from Programming and Artificial Intelligence from Ministry of Education. And today, inshallah, we will continue the lessons on chapters of Qureo platform. So be with me, please. And last time, we spoke about chapter 1, Introduction to Programming, and know the editor and the console, and how to write a comment or comment out. So today, inshallah, we will continue calculations and strength. So be with me to know everything about chapter 2, calculations and strengths. And as usual, we will have some diamonds for us to gain, and these are the lessons, and finally we will have the review. So starting with lesson 1, how to output the console. How to output to the console. And the lessons, as usual, has some key points of it. The key points or the things that we will learn in this lesson are what computers are good at, and how to output calculation results to the console. So be with me to know everything about it. Well, we have here Ricky and Cody. Those are the two characters of our platform Curio. So we have here Ricky is crying and he is sighing. So Cody here is surprised, saying, "What's wrong, Rick?" "What's wrong, Rick? Why are you sighing so loudly?" And Rick here says, "Oh, Cody, I got a bad grade on my math test the other day. My mom is gonna scold me when I get home." Scold معنى يعنف. So here is Cody is laughing. "Oh, you're not good at math." Well, as a matter of fact, computers are the best at doing calculations. Once you become proficient in programming, computers can do the calculations for you. So, what computers are good at in calculations or in completing calculations. So, here's we have Rick thinking of plenty of calculations and how to do them. Well, he is here. What? Really? Programming is more than just being able to make games. So Cody here says high performance computers called supercomputers. They can process huge amounts of calculation that would take a person several days to do in just 1 second. Amazing, isn't it? So computers, we call them supercomputers. They can process huge amounts of calculations. So Rick here says, well, wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to learn programming and become good at math too. And Cody is laughing at him. He says, well, let's not rush and learn little by little. Okay then. Let's start today with a review of the previous lesson. Do you remember the program for outputting characters to the console? Do you remember it? Well, yes, of course, we do remember it. We call it console.log. So let's see it together. We click next, and here is the next section of lesson 1. Well, whoa, that's great. Now let's try actually writing a program. So how do we write a program here? Perfect. So we will write console.log open the parentheses, okay, or the parentheses, and we will add the double quotation marks. And after copying, let's calculate, we will click Ctrl and V. And at the end, we will put the semicolon. Let's click Run Code. And here is it, our code as we learned before. So we write console.log, and we will notice that it turns into blue. After that, we put here the parentheses and the double quotation marks, put your characters, and end the program with semicolon. So here's it. Let's calculate. And Cody here is greeting us. He says, perfect. When outputting characters to the console, you should use console.log and the parentheses and double quotation marks and the character in between and end the program with semicolon. Well then, here's today's main topic. I'll show you how to calculate using console.log. So we will use it to calculate now. Well, what? Console.log is a program for outputting characters, right? And it can also do calculations. So we can calculate نعمل حسابات أو عمليات حسابية. Yes, you're right. First, let's try and calculate 1 plus 1. So we need to type into the editor, enter the same program as below, console.log, and we won't change anything, okay? So we will put here the parentheses and the double quotations and 1 plus 1. So let's try it with me. We are writing console.log, open the parentheses and click double quotation and write 1 plus 1. And the program as usual with the semicolon. And let's check it with me. What's gonna happen exactly? Look here. So we did what he asked us to do. But look here. He didn't calculate it. He wrote it as it is. It's 1 plus 1. We want it to be 2. So what does Cody want us to do? Be with me to know. And here's Ricky asking, it just outputs 1 plus 1 as it is. How can I put calculation results to the console? And Cody says, actually, you have to leave out the double quotation marks. So, to write calculations, okay, to write numbers as it is, you put the double quotation marks. But to calculate, you have to leave them out. You have to delete them, not to write the double quotation marks, okay? When you want to calculate. Let's try that. So we want the output here into the console to be 2. So let's write it together. Console.log, and we need to omit or delete the quotations here. Okay, so let's click Run Code and see what's gonna happen. Wait a second, I want to show you both screens. Okay, exactly. So let's click Run Code, and this is how we can make it. So in order to calculate numbers, you have to omit the double quotation marks. you have to omit the double quotation marks, okay? And here's Rick says, well, the result is displayed as 2. It means that the calculation results of 1 plus 1 were properly outputs, okay? So that's right. Remember, when you use console.log to calculate, you have to leave out the double quotation marks. By the way, if you just want to display numerical values, you don't need to put, okay, the double quotation marks. So as for numbers or numerical values and calculations, we don't need to put the double quotation marks. However, characters and sentences should still be marked with the double quotation. If you leave them out, an error will occur. And Ricky here says, well, understood. Calculation formulas and numerical values don't need a double quotation mark, but characters and sentences need quotation marks, okay? That's what it means. So these are what computers are good at. So as for characters, letters like this, you have, okay, to write double quotation marks. But as for numbers and calculations, don't put the double quotation marks, okay? So be with me, please. Now let's try the other calculation. Well, we want the computer to calculate 1,400 plus 3,600, okay? And we want the calculation, okay, to be output to the console. So use me and let's try them and write them here in the editor. So starting with console.log and open the parentheses, okay? Well, what do you think? Should I put the double quotation marks? No, because we want to calculate them. So I just have to write 1,400 and plus 300, 6,000. And in our program as usual with the semicolon. Let's check the results with me. And it turns, or the output here is 5,000, and that was the correct way. Well, you have calculated it correctly. Perfect. Hey, Cody, along with addition, can you also do subtraction and multiplication and division? Well, of course. Let's learn together in the next lesson. So, the summary of this lesson, computers are good at calculating. The double quotation mark is not necessary when outputting numbers or calculation results to the console, as we have already shown you before. So, computers are good at calculating and can produce calculation results even if there are many digits or they are complex. To output calculation results to the console, write the calculation formula in brackets in console.log without the double quotation mark. Okay? Hope you got it, inshallah. So let's continue to the next lesson. And the next lesson, we will learn how to subtract, multiply, and divide. And also we will have notes on multiplication and division. So be with me, please, to know how to get them. So now we have here Cody says, last time I taught you how to do addition with programming. This time let's try various calculations, okay, with programming. First, let's review what we did last time. Okay, so you had to be careful when using console.log to calculate. Do you remember? Well, yes, of course we do. Let's try it with me, please. So, create your program as follows. Have the computer calculate 432 plus 345 and output the calculation results to the console. So the result is going to be 777. How to write it? Starting with console.log and open the parentheses. Sorry, okay. Leave out, don't write the double quotation mark, just write the numbers directly. So it's 4032 plus 432 plus 345. And in our program, don't forget with the semicolon. Let's check it and see the result with me. And here is that we have the output as 777. So here's Ricky. I remember when I did the calculations in the console.log, I had to take out the double quotation mark. Well, great, you remembered well. Then let's try subtraction this time. Okay, subtraction يقصد بها عمليات الطرح. So the way it's written is the same as addition. So type into the editor. Create your program as follows. Have the computer calculate 100, okay, subtracted with 50, and out with the calculation result to the console. So let's do it with me. Starting with writing console.log and open the parentheses. Okay, we will write 100 subtracted by 50. Sorry, it's 50, not 500. Okay, and ended with semicolon. It's lock okay. Be with me to see the result together. And the output here is 50 as he told us. So this is the way how to do math with JavaScript or do calculation with it. So, okay, was subtraction easy? Next, we will move into multiplication and division. Multiplication and division use slightly different symbols than the usual calculation. So be careful. Look here. This is the star here. Okay. It's not the multiplication sign. You remember the multiplication sign? Okay. So this is not a multiplication sign. This here, to multiply, we add here this star. Okay, that we will see in a minute, that we call it asterisk, okay. And as for division, we use slash. Okay, to divide things from other things. So be with me here. So you use here asterisk. This is the star. النجمة اللي احنا بنستخدمها، اوكي، بنستخدمها عندنا في عمليات الضرب، مش علامة الفي اللي احنا كنا بنستخدمها دايما. No. For computers we use the star or the asterisk, okay. And for multiplication, this we use it for multiplication, and for division we use the slash. مش علامة على اللي احنا بنستخدمها دايما، لا، في الاسم بنستخدم علامة اللي هي السلاش كنوع من أنواع العلامات للدلالة على القسمة for computers. Okay, so we use the asterisk for multiplication and slash for division. By the way, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions are collectively called the four basic arithmetic operations. So they are the four basic arithmetic operations. الأربع عمليات الأساسية الحسابية الأساسية. So in the programming world, samples used for calculations such as add sign and the asterisk sign are called operators. Operators. So those signs we call them in programming world we call them operators. So remember it very carefully, please. Okay, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, they are the four arithmetic operations. الإضافة أو الجمع، الطرح، الضرب، القسمة، هم الأربع عمليات حسابية أساسية. Okay, samples used in calculation such as adding or the add signs and the asterisk, we call them operators. Okay, so okay, next let's try writing without looking at anything this time. Okay, so be with me. Have the computer calculate, okay, 5 multiply 6 and output the calculation results to the console. We want the output to be 30. So let's try writing them with me. So first we will write console.log and we will open the parentheses. We will write 5 and it's multiply. So here is the asterisk and we will write 6 and end our program with the semicolon as usual. Let's run the code together. So it's 30 now. Hope you inshallah got it correctly. And here is we have Cody. He is happy with us. He says, keep it up. Let's try some division too. So we will try now division. How to do this? Create your program as follows. Have the computer calculate 10 divided by 5. Output the calculation result to the console. So we want the output to be 2. How to write it? Be with me, please. What should we write first? It's console.log, exactly. All in small letters. After that, we will put exactly the parentheses. After that, we don't ever put the double quotation mark. No, this is not correct. Just write the numbers directly. So 10, and we don't have this sign or the division sign in programming. No, we have to put slash. Look here. So we have to put it here, slash. And after that, we write 5. We should end our program as usual. We need to be organized. So we should end our program with the semicolon. Let's check the output with me and run the code. So it's 2 now. Okay. Here's Ricky. Now you can do all the calculations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. With programming, you can do calculations that have dozens of digits, which you can do with a regular calculator. Let's try Try to calculate 10 billion, okay, multiplied by 10 billion. Will it output correctly? 10 billion is like this, which has 10 zeros. So let's give it a try. Okay, so the question says, type into the editor, create your program as follows. Have the computer calculate, okay, 10 million or 10 billion multiply by 10 billion and output the calculation results to the console. So, do you remember the steps I told you? First, copy the number. So, this is the first thing to do. Copy the number. After that, go to the editor, click console.log, open the parenthesis, and click Control V, multiply. So he want to multiply or divided multiplication. So, okay. So we need to multiply it with another 10 billion. And our program with semicolon. And let's run the code together. And it ended with the output as we can see it here. Wow, that's great. It was so easy. Computers can solve a huge number of calculations that the human brain can keep up with in a split second. That means if I put my calculation skills to use, I'll get a perfect score on my next math test. And here's Cody's laughing. Whoa! If you take your test with a computer, that would be cheating. Oh, I guess I'll have to study harder for the test then. So, for this lesson, okay, the summary. If you write the formula in the parentheses or in the parentheses of console.log and the parentheses here and write the numbers here, okay, you can output the result of the calculation. Be careful that multiplication and division use different operators than normal calculation. We use asterisk and we use the slash. So here is the asterisk, okay, and the slash. Asterisk for multiplication and slash for division. Well, let's continue to the next question. And the key point here is how to connect characters and calculation formulas. Notes on connecting characters and calculation formulas. These are the things that we are gonna learn in this lesson. So, this is what we call consolidation. Consolidation, it's lesson 3. So, okay, all done. Rick, what are you doing? And Ricky answers, the other day you showed me the website of a cafe in front of the station that you created. Look here. This is the cafe menu that Cody created. The homepage of the station coffee shop that Cody created. We saw this last session. And here's Rick says, I also used the knowledge I learned to create a menu for the cafe. Take a look. Look here. We have Rick here created a menu too. So he wrote console.log drink menu. Console.log cup of coffee. Console.log. This is a calculation, so he didn't write the quotation marks. And console.log Cody coins, and he continued the code. So let's try running the code and see whether this program is gonna work or not. Great. So it outputs exactly what he wrote here. So this is good. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I see you have written the price for 1 cup of coffee and the price for a set of 2 cups. And here is, well, he feels shy. He said, Isn't it amazing? Well, I use Confluent to output the menu name and the price using the 4 basic arithmetic operations I learned last time. But there is a line break between cup of coffee and the calculation and Cody coins, which is a bit unnatural. Cody, do you have a better idea? So Cody says, leave it to me. In a situation like this, you can express characters and formulas in a single line. Listen carefully. We can put them all in one line with a little ingenuity in the way you write your program. So, okay, let's see the program that calculated the price of 2 cups of coffee rewritten in one line. So, Cody here is gonna teach us how to write them all in one line, not in two. ازاي ان احنا نقدر نكتبهم كلهم في سطر واحد مش ناخد اكتر من سطر برمجي by adding +2 plus here. So as you can read console.log, open the parentheses, okay, quotation mark and the characters here. Plus, open the parentheses, okay, write the calculation and write plus again and write here the characters. So to divide characters and calculations from each other, we put plus to add them all in one line. The character set of 2 coffees, the formula for the price of coffee, and the characters Cody coin are connected by addition. Yes, this way, whether you want to output characters or calculation results, you only need to write one line of the program to do it. Let's calculate, or let's actually add a plus sign between the characters and the formulas. So we need to type this code here. So the code here or the program is already typed. So we need only to put the plus here between the characters and the formulas. So we will click here and put a plus sign, and we will click here and put the plus sign as well. So let's click run code. Perfect. So it typed here set of 2 copies, 500 Cody coins in one line. Okay. To connect characters and calculation formulas, I see that I can add a plus. Why is the price calculation formula enclosed in brackets? If you notice here that we put brackets for the formula here, we put it between brackets. Okay. Well, that's a good catch. When you write characters and calculation formulas together in a one-line program, you have to include the calculation formula in parentheses, okay? In arithmetic and mathematics, we often enclose formulas in parentheses, don't we? Just like that, you can remember that calculation formulas are enclosed in parentheses. So, because we enclose formulas in parentheses, okay, we need to do also the calculation formulas are enclosed in parentheses. Calculation formulas are enclosed in parentheses. Got it. I'd like to practice writing the calculation formula part as well. So remember, carefully. نفتكر كويس كده إن إحنا لما بنيجي نكتب السطر البرمجي كله في سطر واحد بنكتب عندنا الكاركترز okay أو letters بتكون between double quotation marks. الكالكوليشنز والفورمولاز بنحطها ما بين قوسين أو parentheses وطبعا بيكون قبلها بلس وبعدها بلس. Okay, so let's write this part here. So as you can see here, the program is already written except for the formula part. So let's write the formula together. You will write the parentheses okay and 250 multiply 2 and we will end the parentheses. Okay, so this is exactly what we need to learn. Let's click run code. And here is set of 2 coffees, 500 Cody coins. I've got it. I've learned how to write in a way that connects characters and formulas. Okay, how to connect characters and formulas with adding plus before the formula and after it. Okay, if we had more characters to write. And by the way, this time we connected the character and the formula with plus, but you can also use this technique to connect characters with each other or to connect characters with numbers. So to connect characters and characters, add plus. To connect characters and numbers, add plus. To connect characters and formulas, add plus. Okay, so let's click run code without modifying the program here. We are not going to modify the program. So click run code and here's it says today's recommendation is soup. As you can say here, as you can see, today's recommendation is between double quotation marks. And he added plus and we have here soup between double quotation marks. And the second line here we have is limited to, and we have double quotation marks plus 30. Here's a number plus serving, and it's between double quotation marks. We have here Rex says, I see, but why don't we just write this as a character string in console.log instead of connecting them with a plus? Well, that's true. Well, for reference, you can keep in mind that you can do this kind of thing. Okay, so we can do this too. So remember to write a program that outputs both strings and formulas on a single line. Include the formula in parentheses. Okay, includes the formula in parentheses. So the part marked with parentheses had the highest priority, so it's calculated first. So this part will be calculated first. So it's going to be 100 plus 200, and we will write here plus and is between, because we want it to be written as it is. And here we want it to be 100 plus 200 output. But this part we want it to be calculated. That's why we put plus without quotation marks. Okay? Hope you got it, inshallah. So continue to the next lesson, and we have here lesson 4, consolidation 2. So how to connect characters and calculation formulas, and we will learn notes on connecting characters and calculation formulas too. So set of two coffees plus calculation formulas, and then, how do I write that? Ricky here is wondering and he's upset. Well, Cody asks, well, Rick, what's wrong? I tried to fix the program for the cafe menu I made the other day, but I forgot how to write it. Well, let's write a program together to calculate the price of 3 cups of coffee, just to review. So let's give it a try. So it's console.log set of 2 coffees plus 250 multiplied by 2 plus Cody coins. And here console.log set of 3 coffees, okay, plus, don't forget, and after that, open a parenthesis and write 250, okay, multiplied by 3 and include the parentheses, and don't forget to add plus. That's how he will, okay, calculate them. So let's run the code together. Perfect. Okay, continue with the lesson. And here's Cody says, well done. So this is how you write the program. I was able to remember how to write the program one line at a time. Oh, by the way, I was going to add muffins to the menu. Well, Cody here says, great. Well, let's start by adding a program to output the price of a single muffin. So, look here. Complete the program in the same way as below. Let's check. Here is the program here says console.log, okay, open the parentheses and says 1 muffin, and we want to add it as we can see it here. So we will click plus, open the parentheses, write 320 multiplied by 1 and in the parentheses, okay, and don't forget to put plus. Let's run the code with me. Great. 1 muffin, 120 Cody coins. Now it's our turn to write the code together. So that's perfect. Okay, let's add a set of 2 muffins to the menu. Let's write the last one without looking at anything. So, can you do it with me? Look here. So, I'll put 2 muffins. So we have here 2 muffins, okay? 640 Cody coins to the console. However, let the computer calculate. We want the computer to calculate it. So in order to make the computer calculate it, we need to add plus, open a parenthesis, okay, write 320 multiplied by 2, end it with a parenthesis, and don't forget to write plus. And here is Cody coin. And the calculation formula for the price of muffins, okay, multiplied by number of muffins for 640. Let's run the code. And here is 2 muffins as he wanted us to do. So now we are writing codes. We are writing Java. So done. Now my cafe menu is even better. Programming. It's a lot of work, but it's fun when you can do it. How about you? Well, it's so fun. I really enjoyed it. Let's click next. Well, I know, right? I can't wait to be able to make all kinds of things. The more knowledge we gain like this, the more things we can do and make. So let's try again in the next lesson. So to write a program that outputs both strings and formulas on a single line, enclose the formula in parentheses. The part marked with parentheses, okay, has the highest priority. So it's calculated first. نتذكر كده المعلومة الأهم. علشان نكتب كود أو نكتب بروجرام في سطر واحد كاملا بنربط ما بين الكاركترز والكالكوليشن أو الفورمولاز عن طريق بلس. نتذكر كويس إن الكاركترز عندنا بنضيفها ما بين quotation marks، إنما الكالكوليشن أو الفورمولاز مش بنحطها ما بين ال quotation أو double quotation marks. And it should be end with or enclosed with parentheses. لازم بنحطها ما بين أقواس علشان تتكتب في سطر واحد. Well, let's go to the review with me and check whether we are gonna take perfect or we will miss a diamond. So let's click start. Select the correct program to output the calculation results of 50 plus 100. So we want, select the correct program. We want the correct program to calculate the result. We wanted to calculate the result of 50 plus 100. Okay, so to calculate 50 plus 100, okay, we can't put the double quotation mark. So this option is wrong. And the other option here is wrong too. And the third one is wrong because they added what? They add the double quotation mark, and this is wrong. So the correct one here is 50 plus 100 without quotation marks. Let's check our answer, and it's correct. Okay, next. Select the correct sample for the division used in the program. So this is not division, this is subtraction. And this is the division exactly. And this is for multiplication. يعني هنا دي عمليات الطرح، هنا عمليات القسمة، هنا طبعا عمليات الضرب. And here is for the adding or the this of course the division mark or the division sign that's not used in the programming language. يعني دي علامة القسمة بس اللي احنا مش بنستخدمها في البرمجة. So the only correct thing for division is the slash. We use slash in programming. Like answer, and it's gonna be correct. Okay, click next. So let the console calculate, okay, 19 plus 40. So here we will write 19 plus 40 without a double quotation mark. Let's see the output here and click run code. So it's 59. Let's check the answer with me, and it's gonna be correct. Okay, next, let the computer calculate, okay, 7 subtracted by 2. And the output the calculation result to the console. So we are gonna write console.log, and we will open a parenthesis, okay, and we want it to be calculated. So we are gonna write 7 divided or subtracted by 2. And don't forget to end the program as usual with semicolon. Okay, so let's run the code. And here is 5. Click answer, and it's gonna be correct. Next, let the computer calculate 15 divided by 5. Okay, and output the calculation result to the console. So we are gonna write console.log. Don't forget the letters. Once it turns to blue, then you are correct. You're right. And put the parentheses, okay, and write 15 and a slash. Slash here means divide, okay, and write 5 and end the program with semicolon. Let's run the code. It's gonna be 3. Click answer, and it's correct. Okay, next. Select the correct program to output. Today is the 17th, 7 days ago was the 10th to the console. So we have here 3 parts. So concentrate. We have today is the 17th. This is the first part, and this is a character. So we have to enclose it between 2 quotation marks. 7 days ago, okay, was the 10th. So we need to calculate the 10th. So today is the 17th, 7 days ago with the will be enclosed with double quotation mark. 10 will be calculated. So we'll put it between parentheses. And the TH at the end, it's a character, don't forget. So we need to put it between double quotation marks. Okay? Have you got it? Well, be with me. So, console.log. Today is the 17th, 7 days ago with that, and we have it between double quotation. This is correct. Plus 17, okay, subtracted by 7 between double quotation. This is wrong. We have to put parentheses. So number 1 is not correct. Okay, let's check number 2. Console.log. Today is the 17th, 7 days ago with the between double quotation marks. This is correct. Plus 17 subtracted by 7 between parentheses. Correct. Plus th and double quotation, and this is correct. So till now, number 2 is correct. Let's check 3 and 4. Well, console.log. Today is the 17th, 7 days ago with the, it started with a quotation, but it didn't end with it. So this is wrong. Let's check here. Today is the 17th, 7 days ago with the, it started with a quotation mark, but it didn't end with it. And the th should be started with a double quotation mark and end with it. So the correct answer here, we have it is number 2. And click answer, and it's correct. Click next. Let the computer calculate 2 multiplied by 5 and output. The answer is 10 to the console. And remember, we have a dot here, slight dot here. Okay, so he wrote it here. Console.log. The answer is, so it started with a quotation mark and we need to end it here. So we need to put a quotation mark. And the calculation is between what? Between 2 parentheses. But before we put the parentheses, we need to add plus and put the parentheses, okay? And we will delete this and we will put it here And can you see this dot? We need to put it between two or double quotation marks. So already we have one, and here is the second one. Okay, we have to delete it to write it correctly. So it's a dot, and we need to omit the last one. So now this is a correct way to write it. Okay, so don't forget to do this. The characters here should be exactly between double quotation marks. And don't forget to write plus, and we forgot to write plus here. Okay, so we put the calculation between two parentheses, we write plus, and we put the dot between two quotation marks. And the whole parentheses, like here, we have here one, and here is the second one. And after that, we have the semicolon. So let's click run code to see whether it's correct or not. Run code, and the answer is 10. Well, the answer is it needs a space. So we will put space here. Okay, and click run code again. Okay, this is correct. And click answer, and this is correct. Well, let's check our results with me, and it's perfect. Well, that was the end for today's session. Hope you got all the information in a correct way. All best wishes. Thank you and goodbye.